Hello, hello. And how you doing today? Okay, that's
At
just
9 p.m. That's cool.
you like that. I gotta figure out how to fix that. All right, come over here. All right, there we go. That sounds better. It's got an echo. What do we got here?
Not bad. Not echoing too bad. How's this?
Let me turn it down a little bit.
JC, and you being part of my internet website club thingy, which my dad doesn't like me calling it that, but I do. Being part of that, you're going to be getting weekly lists of stocks that I'll be trading.
January, there's over 20 days in February. There's over 21 days in the month of March. What does that mean? That means every single day you can buy a different stock, because every single day there's a different company paying out dividends. Yay! Anyway, no, seriously.
No sound? That might be better right there. I had to adjust the volume. Ribbon cars are garbage, and the stock is even worse. Thank you, Luke. I appreciate that. Why not sell a put if the stock meets your criteria? I just don't like the vibes of trying to encourage a stock to go down. It just makes me feel bad. And also, think of it this way. Basically, what you're talking about, ladies, what he's talking about is a cash secured put. A cash secured put is almost the exact same as a covered call. Let me explain. A covered call, you take a big fat chunk of money, you buy some stocks, and you sell the options. So you're putting money into the stock, you're getting an option, and then you're receiving cash flow. Well, a cash secured put, you're not buying the stock, but you are taking a big fat chunk of money, setting it aside to the equal amount of the stocks you're selling a put on. So if I'm going to do 2 contracts, I have to have enough money to buy 200 shares on a covered call. Cash secured put, I have to put enough money aside to cover the cost of 200 shares if I get put the stock. It's the same amount of money, but the returns aren't always the same. So I do take a look once in a while, and once in a while I will if the numbers work, and only if the numbers work, because it's a numbers game. Okay? I'm looking for 1%. Well, 1% every single week is over 50% a year. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, so Daniel wants to take a look at Mullen. Never even heard of Mullen, and I don't even know why we're doing it. So let's take a gander at Mullen. M-U-L-N. M-U-L-N. Fuck, Jesus fucking Christ. Ooh. Hell no. Come on, dude. Weekly options only. Companies that have 2 decades of profitability. Other than that, we're just wasting our time. If that is what you're looking for, you are definitely in the wrong place, brother. Okay, you're just wasting your time here because that's not what I do. I don't even bother looking at that kind of stuff. Okay, I'm past that point in my life. I like things simple, safe, predictable, and consistent. No, if you want to do it, fine, you do it. But no, you're in the wrong place. Nana Terry, how are you today? John Gomez, Darren, Fishing at Crypto, good evening. Diego My Eggs. Oh, Diego My Ego. That's funny. Okay, so A1 Steak wants to take a look at Kodak. I think Kodak is a monthly. K-O-D-K. K-O-D-K. Yeah, no. Sorry, brother. I don't do monthlies. The numbers just don't work. Alrighty. Mohammed, what's the other YouTube channel for the TV screen called? The 10-Minute Trader. It's basically the exact same channel that you're on right now. Because if you go to the bio, wherever it is on the screen you're on, go to the bio, and then you click on the live button, and they'll show you 2 lives. The one you're on now and the other one. Let me show it to you real quick, just in case. That's 2025. I don't want that one. I want that one. 2024. Whoop, nah, damn it. 2024 I wanted. Because 2024 has all the social media. YouTube channel. Okay, we're going to the YouTube channel. Hold tight. Hold tight. Okay, see? Okay, live. I gotta change the title here. It's live today. That is just the screen. See, just the screen, and this is me standing in front of the screen. Okay, so there's 2 lives right now on YouTube. Actually, I think there's 3 lives on YouTube because I do have another channel on YouTube. Anyway, oh, look at that, Andrew. Andrew just signed up. Cool beans. Thank you, Andrew. All right, let's get back to where we were. Take a look at some more stocks. All right there. All right, back to where we were. Bill wants to take a look at Citigroup. Bill, it's about time you give me something halfway decent. Citigroup, here we go. You ready? Here's the high. Here's the low. Here's where it was. Here's where it is. Look at the motion. Okay, up, down, up. I don't have to count all this small stuff. We all see that. Okay, up, down, up. Simple, right? Great. Where is it now? Well, right now, it's not at the high of the year. It's not at the low of the year. It's somewhere in between. Great. Let's go to second. See, we got like 3 or 4 phases. Phase 1 is picking your stocks. Phase 2 is taking a look at when do they pay the dividends. Okay, Citigroup. Here we go. Currently, 69.47. So this is one of the tough ones, 69.47, because it's kind of between 69 and 70. So we're going to look at both. The 69 is going for 182. Well, we're losing some money, losing 53 cents. You take 53 cents off there, it's still over 2%. That's nice. That's over 2%. Okay, the 70, 129, that's over 1%. Okay, whichever one you prefer. It's a numbers game. Do the numbers. It's not that difficult. What am I buying it for? What is my profit? Okay, if I do this one here, my profit is 129 per share. So if I get 500 shares, well, 500 times 129, well, that's over 600 bucks. That's just the profit. And then you get to turn around and resell the stock again, and you get all that money back. I love it. It's a simple. Never mind. Sometimes I have no words for it. Oh, Muhammad, you see it now? That's amazing. Thank you. You're welcome. Free speech and other stuff. Andrew Freed of Speech and Other Stuff. When I joined your group, I want to see extreme excitement from you. How big do you think Apple market cap can get? Luke, don't know, don't care. How's that? I honestly don't know, don't care about the market cap for Apple. I don't. I want to know. Let's pull it up. Wait a minute. We're looking at Citigroup. We'll look at Apple in a little bit. Do UNH in University of New Hampshire? Hold tight. Okay, high, low, we've seen all this stuff. It's going up right now. Is it too high at the moment? Well, let's find out. The current price, $69.47. So the 69 is going for 182. Great, that works. Let's look at the chart. What is the chart telling me? Is it telling me that now is a great time to buy? Hold on a second. Oh, Vegas tonight. I love it. Somebody always mentions Misty, Coney, SCHD, SPY, what else crap. Nobody ever mentioned the diamonds, though. Okay, so Vegas tonight. Money, I'm here. Cool beans. Okay, so Vegas tonight. Do me a favor. Okay, I'm going to be right here. I'm not going anywhere. I'll be here until 11:30. Go to a financial website and show me or tell me how consistently, how many times in a row has MSTY, how many years have they increased their dividends to their shareholders? Okay, you find out that number, come back and we'll take a look at it. Other than that, I don't want to waste my time with Misty because I know exactly who they are. Money, I have 10,000. What can I do? Pizza party. Dude's having a pizza party. Let's go to his place. Woohoo! I can't tell you what to do. I have no idea who you are. I have no idea what you're looking for, so I don't tell you what you can do. All right, so what are we looking at? Citigroup. All right, let's take a look. A year ago, Citigroup's at 62.41. The bottom of the year was in August, 53. The top of the year was in mid-February at 84.74. Okay. From there, high, low, where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Down, up, down, up. Okay. From the beginning of April, she started this upward trend. So here's a very, 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 very important question to ask yourself. Do you honestly think, honestly, if the bottom's here and it goes up, 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 do you think it realistically can keep going? Realistically, seriously, think about it. From 55 to 69. Okay, let's zoom in a little closer. Right there. There's the last 30 days. Okay? High, low, look at the motion. Looks lovely, doesn't it? Look at today's price, look at yesterday's price. Today's price, lower than yesterday. Yesterday's price, closed lower than Friday's. Definitely on a downward turn. 2 days down. Is that definite? No, it's a possibility. But it does tell me I don't want to jump into this. Stephen. Oh, Stephen, I can't. All right.
Yeah, I was just replying. He was telling me to use ChatGPT, but actually the other ones that I came up with tonight were MU and VRT. Those are a couple of them that I like.
Oh, I like MU. It's Micron. VRT is was it VRT Strategies? I think. Let me write those down. We'll take a look at those in a bit. VRT and MU. I like Micron. I haven't done Micron in a while, but we'll take a look at it. So hold tight. Okay, so I'm going to say no to Citigroup. Only reason why is I don't like buying at a 30-day high. Other than that, I love the company. I do. Money, anything is possible. You're absolutely right. How can I buy a covered call on NVIDIA and PLTR? Lady Foss, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Okay? But I'm going to do it just for you because I like doing it. Ooh, Luke. Altria, love it. Chevron, love it. So, Lady Foss, this is for you. You ready? NVDA. All right, Lady Foss, you ready for this? We're going to pull up some information on NVIDIA. Okay? Now, here's the historical prices for NVIDIA. At this moment in time, NVIDIA is going for $114.50. Okay. Well, let's look at the historical prices for the dividends. Okay? How profitable is this company? Am I reading that right, or does that say 1 cent? Okay, Lady Foss, you're paying $114 per share to collect a 1 penny dividend. 1 penny dividend. Hold on. It actually gets worse. Okay, go to statistics. When I say find a good financial website, I love Yahoo Finance. Statistics. Let's look at some statistical numbers on NVIDIA. Okay, might be enlightening. Are you ready? All right, you ready? Revenue per share, $5.31. $5.31 revenue per share. That means all the shares they have out there, only $5.31 per share is revenue coming in per share. All right, hold on. Book value, $3.24. So you're paying $114 for a $3 per share company. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, book value is calculated by everything the company owns, everything they own, against everything they owe. So if you were to liquidate NVIDIA today, you would get $3.24 a share. You pay $114 a share to buy it, but it's only worth $3.24. Imagine that. Okay? Now, do you see this number right here? Trailing annual dividend yield. Okay, you ready for this number? 0.03%. It's not even, it's 3/100ths. 3/100ths of a percent. Okay, so you put in $114, you're getting 1 penny. That's all you're getting. How can you possibly tell me you want to put your money in here? It's your money, do whatever you want. Me? Hell no, the numbers just don't work. Okay, but let me show you something else. Okay? Okay, NVIDIA is not 20 years old. For me, it's a no. General Motors is over 100 years old. Okay, General Motors, 100 years old. $45 per share. $45 per share. Revenue per share, $175 per share. That's revenue. That's how much money's coming in per share. All right, so let's go down to the book value. $64.63 per share. That's the value of the company. So if General Motors liquidated, you get $64.63. Well, that's a hell of a lot better than NVIDIA, in my humble opinion. Palantir, no dividends, no thank you. Okay, NVIDIA, the dividend, they got a dividend. It's 1 penny. Yeah, no thank you. Check out the numbers. Oh, at least General Motors has a 1.06%. 1%. Not 4/100ths. Yeah, no thank you. I always tell people, seriously, look at the numbers. Numbers don't lie. The number you're paying per share on NVIDIA, you're paying for the hype. You're not paying for the value of the company. The value of the company is found within the numbers of the company. Are they consistently profitable? Okay, how much revenue do they have coming in? That's the actual value. Okay, yeah, they may have a bright future. Great, fine, dandy, wonderful. Not something I want to put my money in. But that's me. I'm totally different. I like safety. Safety first. Because if NVIDIA goes belly up and they have to liquidate, you're getting $3 a share. Yeah, no thank you. Okay, Bill, we already looked at Citigroup. Oh, what do I think about HIMS? HIMS? Yeah, no. Not enough dividend. You know what? Let's do it. HIMS. Revenue per share, $7, $49 stock. Book value is $2.46 a share. It has no dividends. See? No dividends, no thank you. Sorry. Oh, Lady Foss, you didn't know that? No, never ready. Yahoo Finance is the best, thank you. Yep, money, agree, okay. But everything is overvalued. No, it's not. Okay? Ford, General Motors, AIG, Bank of America. I got a whole list of stocks that aren't overvalued. You take a look at the consistency of profitability. Yes, but General Motors does not produce chips for AI. Okay, Lady Foss, I don't know about you, but I've watched 2010 Space Odyssey. I watched that movie. I've watched all the Terminator movies. Yeah, no thank you. I want to stay far away from that as I can. So which technology shares would you buy? I don't buy any of them because the numbers just don't work. Goku, General Motors didn't go belly up. Okay, they just refinanced, recalibrated, something. So you only want dividend shares. Absolutely, because they're consistently profitable. Goku, GM is like investing in the past. Well, dude, I'm an old man. I like consistency and predictability. So you can share your list. I just told you what my list was. Oh, you never watched those movies? How can you possibly tell me you've never watched The Terminator? Oh my goodness. Restructured, thank you. The government bailed them out. Yeah, the government bailed out a lot of people. Can you compare General Motors to QQQ? Oh my God, QQQ is a piece of crap also. But let's take a look. QQQ. Historical prices. Hold on. We're going to take a look at the historical data on the Qs. Okay, and we want to look at, come on, dividends only. And then I want to look at all the dividends on the Qs. All of them. Because the only way I can find out if they're consistently profitable. Well, let's go back to 2005, because like I said, 2 decades. All right, you ready? Goku. Oh my God. Snap 500? Hell no. Okay, Goku, you ready? Excuse me. Are you ready for this, Goku? Here we go. 2005. 3, 10, 2.9. Hold on a second. Did that just go backwards? From 10 to 2? That's backwards, dude. That's an 80% drop. From 10 cents a share to 2 cents a share is an 80% drop. Okay, hold on. It gets worse. Hold on. 2.9, 2.6, 2.3, backwards, backwards. 5, 2.7, backwards. 3.7, 2.6, backwards. 5.3, 3.3, backwards. 3.4, 2.8, backwards. 4.3, 4.9, 4.4, 4.1, backwards. 7.3, 5.1, backwards. I've said backwards almost more than I've said forward. Okay, Q is not consistently profitable. Take a look at the numbers yourself. 4, 7, 5. Okay, 4 to 7 is great, but 7 to 5 is not great. And then it goes from 5 to 8 to 8 to 11 to 10. That's backwards. Then from 10 to 7, that's backwards. Then to 12, then back to 10 again. Yeah, no. Up, down, up. There's no consistency in profitability at all. But hold on, Goku. It actually gets worse. You ready? Watch. Watch how much worse it gets with the Qs. Come on. We're going to summary now. The summary is going to give us some information that you might find interesting. Are you ready? The Qs. Here we go. The yield. Now, I hope you understand what the yield is. The yield is a rate of return which you're getting for your investment. The yield on the Qs, 0.63. Now, 0.63 is not for the week. It's not for the month. It's not for the quarter. It's 0.63 for the year. So if you put in $100, you're getting 63 cents back. How can you possibly tell me that is a good investment? 0.63. Year-to-date daily total return, negative 4.8, negative 4.81. How can you say that's good? All right. No to the S&P 500. Yeah, of course no to that. Who cares about dividends? It's coming out of the share price. No, it's not, dude. Goku. A dividend. Let me see if I can explain it to you in a manner you might grasp it. The very first stock, very first dividend stock sold was the VOC. Okay, Dutch East India Shipping Company, back in 1602. Their promise to the investors is, we will give you a share of the profits. A dividend is a portion of the profits the company gives back to the investors. Can you show the 10-year price comparison? Nope. Don't want to, don't need to, don't care. Okay, simple. Don't need to, don't care. I don't care what it was 10 years ago. Because there's no way on God's green earth can you go back 10 years in time and buy something in the past. You can't do it. Time travel doesn't exist yet. Only thing you can do is buy today and see what happens tomorrow, the next day, the next day, and the next day. Okay, I don't do that what do you call that crap? What do you call that? Back testing crap. No, I don't do that. I put money on the line. Is it profitable? Yes or no? Do I make my 1% every single week? Yes or no? It's simple. Either it works or it doesn't. If the company is a good company, I have no problem buying it. Okay, the Dividend Kings. They're 54 companies, I think it is, that consistently increase their dividends, their profits to their shareholders for more than 5 decades. A1 Stake. Luke, and shares buyback are better than dividends because you save the tax bill. Okay. Luke, I own a stock. I'm getting 4% or more in cash dividends for holding it. Otherwise, I index it. Okay, Luke, I feel bad if you're getting 4% a year. But hey, it's your money. You do what you want. The index has a little over 1%. I'm getting everything. I'm getting something every year. I am out. Just me. Okay, Luke, 1% a year. Hey, not a problem. That 4 dividends in 3 years. 4% dividend in 3 years. Dude, I double my money every 14 months. Every 14 months, I double my money. Okay, that's, oh my goodness. My goodness, some people, it boggles my mind sometimes. No. Okay, here we go. Now, who was saying that one? Luke. Luke, I am your father. Luke, all right, check this out. Luke, this is a weekly compound interest calculator. Weekly compound interest calculator. Okay, so let's put in $100. And then we'll put in $10 every single week. And we will look at 1% a week. That's what I'm advocating for, 1% a week. Okay? 10-year period. That $100 turns into $193,000. Okay, that's the beauty of compound interest. So you said you got 4% a year for 3 years. Dude, that's 12%. How can you possibly be excited at 12% over a 3-year period? That boggles my mind. 1% a week, that's 50% a year. Okay, within a half a year, I've already beat you. You have 3 years. I could do that in a half a year or even a quarter. What about Tesla and Amazon? Lady Foss, Tesla, no dividends. Amazon, no dividends. Okay, how can you invest in a company that's not consistently profitable? Amazon's not profitable. You can ask Jeff Bezos himself. It's not profitable. They take all the money and they reinvest it back into the company to give out better services. So they get a larger market share. So they get higher cash flow. They're not profitable. They don't share the profits. No, no, and no. Lady Foss, IBM, yes. AT&T, yes. Goku. All right. Are you telling me you'd rather would have had General Motors than QQQ over the past 10 years? Just clarifying. You definitely don't put words in my mouth, dude. I buy on a Monday and I sell on a Friday. Monday, Friday, Monday, Friday, Monday, Friday, 52 times a year. 52 times a year over a 10-year period, that's 520 times. If I get 1% every single week over a 10-year period, that's over 520%. I can guarantee you the Qs did not do 520%. And that's simple interest. That's not compounded. Okay? 10 years, 52 weeks a year, 1% a week for 10 years, simple interest, not compounded, is 520. Okay, so for the fun of it, let's go back to here. Don't. Okay, $100. I'm not even going to bother. I'm just wasting my time here. Affects the share price. I encourage everyone to compare QQQ to General Motors and then decide if you agree with this strategy. Okay, fine. How many companies are you doing this with? About 300. Okay, there's 54 dividend kings. There's 67 dividend aristocrats. It's 150, right around 150 dividend champions. There's about 300 dividend contenders. And Warren Buffett's list probably has about 40, 50 companies. Those are the only ones I want to look at. There's 10,016 different companies. 10,016. Okay, the Qs have an average of 0.63 motors. Let's check it out. GM 4546. I'm gonna look at the 4550s. Okay, here, and covered stock, 45.50 right there. One contract at the market. Okay, my profit would be 101.50, and it's cost me 4,400 all cash, 2,100 margin. So let's do the math. 101 divided by 4,449 gives me a grand total of 2.2%. Okay? Simple math. The profit divided by the interest of the investment. Sorry, the profit divided by the investment gives you the rate of return. Okay? So in this scenario, for this week, for the 3 days that we have left for this week, 2.2%. That's all cash. Let's see what it looked like on margin. Clear that. Still the same profit, 101. But this time, it's only costing me on margin 21.71. Okay, divide 21.71. That gives me a grand total of 4.6% for 3 days. Now, I like General Motors. They've been around for over 100 years. They're probably going to be here long after I'm gone. Now, would I buy General Motors as opposed to QQQ? Yeah, I would. Sorry, I would. Next, let's do the next. Let's get out of there. Get out of there. Let's get out of there. Let's get out of here. Whoops. Back to there and back to the beginning. There we go. All right. Luke, I'm retired. I don't like risk. Neither do I, Luke. Which would given you more? Okay, I don't do NVIDIA. Just don't even bother. Diamato, what do you think about Siri? I actually own some Siri. It has an EX dividend date on Friday. So let's take a quick look at Siri, because I do own some. SIRI. Here we go. Siri. Ooh, look at that. I like that. That looks good right there. Now, you might be looking at it and say, no, it don't. Here's the high. Here's the low. We're looking at two different things. Follow along and you will see. High, low, where was it? Where is it? Look at the momentum. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay. Now, what do the numbers look like? 2184, I'm going to be looking at the 22s. The 22s are going for 33 cents a share. Now, I don't know about you, but 33 cents a share on a $22 stock is 1.5%. 1.5% every single week for a whole year. Well, that is going to be a nice number. What the fuck is it? About 70%, something like that. 70% per year. I can deal with that. Let's break it down a little bit more. A year ago, we were at 31.75. The high of the year, 41.66. The bottom of the year was a couple of weeks ago, 18.75. So let's take a look at the last 30 days. That's not 30 days. There's 30 days. Now, what does that look like to you? The high, the low, where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Up, down, up. 1, 2, 3. 3 days to the upside. That, to me, is what I'm looking for. Goku, aren't you paying short-term taxes and all this? That has to hit your gains. Goku, I need you to listen very closely, because sometimes I think you don't listen. You can pay taxes if you want to, okay? If you're concerned about your taxes, go talk to a tax strategist or a tax planner. They will help you. They will help you set up your account so you do not have to pay taxes. All right? Seriously. Set up your account in a manner in which you have zero or minimal taxes. Because they're out there. You just need to pay for a tax strategist to help you along. What does that mean? Well, that means I don't pay taxes and you do. That's what that means. Now, I don't pay taxes because I have my accounts set up in a certain manner. So, profits of one entity offset losses of another. So if I have a bunch of companies that on paper have a loss, I can take the profits of one that are profitable and offset those. Or I can put it into a family trust and I don't have to claim anything to anybody. Okay? Or I can put it into a nonprofit organization and all those profits are tax-free. I can give you many, many, many ways of not paying taxes legally. Okay? You trade in a Roth too? No, I don't have a Roth. I don't trust the government. I don't put my money anywhere where the government can get to it. How do I join to make money? David, keep showing up every day. If your profits go to a family trust, there's no taxes. If you have it set up right, don't misquote me, okay? I said something, use all the words in which I said. I said, if you want to eliminate or reduce your taxes, you need to talk to a tax strategist or a tax planner, okay? Thank you, Teddy. Hayes, what's happening, Hayes? What do you think it's a good starter dividend? Okay, Hayes, I have no idea who you are. I really love to tell you something, but I would be doing you a disservice of saying anything. Anything at all would be a disservice to you because I don't know what it is you're looking for. I have no idea what your risk factors are. I have no idea what your time frame is. Okay, there's a lot of questions that go along with giving people advice. I don't give people advice. You ask me about a stock, I'll take a look at it. I'll give you my opinion, and I'll tell you whether or not I own it or if I would buy it. That's about as best I can do. I share all my trades. So if you want to see what I'm buying, go to the website and take a look. Every single week, I upload the trades that I made for that week, and I do the fancy little math. Oh, what did I make? What did I win? What did I lose? Blah, blah, blah. And then give you the rate of returns that I made for the week. I share everything on 3 accounts. That's it, 3. I got to draw the line somewhere. Do you like Guru Finance? Never heard of them. Do you own any long-term? The long-term, in my opinion, Mr. Elliott, the longest I've ever held anything is 9 months. And I didn't do it because I wanted to. Teddy, you were right on PLTR, by the way. I've been doing this for a while, Teddy, but I do appreciate that. Thank you. Luke, what happened to GM stock after the bailout in 2008? Did everyone get screwed? Probably. Okay, Luke, you do realize it's not 2008 anymore. Okay? You can't give me stuff from the past and expect me to equate it to what's happening now. It's just 2 different worlds. Okay, was I in the stock market in 2008? Yes, I was. Did I lose money in 2008? Yes, I did. I lost money in real estate. I didn't lose money in the stock market because I refused to sell for less than I paid for it. How do I join to make money? David, show up every day, okay? If you want, send me your phone number. I'll give you a call and we'll chat. Kevin, do I look at net liquid or positioned equity in Thinkorswim? All right, Kevin, net liquid basically means whatever the stock is at now, win, lose, draw, that's what you get. It's like a fire sale. Buy it now. Yeah, I don't do that. Okay, I bought Harley Davidson at 35. It's at 23. I have no intention whatsoever to selling it ever below 35. Never. Okay, that's me. I am different than you guys. You got to figure out what is right for you. Foot Locker was hit hard in 2008. Yes, it was. Okay, I didn't have Foot Locker in 2008. Isn't that weird? Ooh, A1 Steak. Why does my account say margin call? Means you spent more money that wasn't yours. Do you use Harmonics? I have no idea what Harmonics is, Moses. Yep. Oh, Florida real estate. Yeah. Yeah, I got screwed by someone that I thought I could trust. Okay? They panicked. I didn't. Okay? We bought a house at 130. I said it should be 235 when we're done. Guess what? They foreclosed on me. I lost a shitload of money. And what the fuck did she do? She turned around and sold it for the exact same price I told it would be, $235. I was right. She panicked. Yes, I know everyone did. All right, let's keep on going. Oh, look at this. We're almost done. Which money has value in stock profiting? I have no idea what that means. Where are we? Do I own long-term? I don't own anything long-term. Basha. Kohl's. I got Kohl's. AEO. I don't have any AEO at the moment, but I did have it. And American Airlines. It's easy. There you go, Kevin. Do I look at net liquid or position equity in Thinkorswim? You look at the cash flow, brother. Okay, what did you buy it for? What are you selling for it? Kevin, if you want me to go over the numbers with you, give me a buzz. We'll do that. Papa Dad, can someone with a little to no hands-on option trading background become a successful member? Pop Dad, let me give you one bit of advice. You ready? Pop Dad, you ready for this? You might understand this. Let's say, hypothetically, you have an old car in your backyard. Let's say it's a 1968 Mustang, fastback, no engine, whatever. Push it out in your front lawn, and you put a for sale sign up for $5,000. It's a good price for a 68 Mustang fastback, $5,000. Okay, let's say Bill down the street comes by and says, hey, I like the price. Let me give you $500, hold it for me until Friday. If I show up on Friday, I'll give you the $5,000. Non-refundable deposit. Okay? If he shows up on Friday, he gives you an additional $5,000. He takes the car away. Well, let's say hypothetically he doesn't show up on Friday. If I don't show up on Friday, sell it to someone else on Monday. That's what a covered call is. That's what stock options do. You buy a stock, certain price. Right now we're looking at Siri. If I buy Siri, okay, the current price right now, $21.47. Okay? Listen closely. $21.47 is the current price. See it right here? If I buy it at $21.47, I own it. I can do whatever I want with it. Now, I'm going to sell it to someone at $21.50. They have the right to buy it from me between now and 3:59 p.m. on Friday, the 16th of May. I can do the 9th of May, which is this Friday. 16th of May, that's next Friday. 23rd, that's 2 Fridays away. So on and so forth. If I own it, $21.47, I could just sell it to someone else at $21.50. Pick up 53 cents a share. Now that's 2%. 2% every single week is over 100% a year. It's simple math. This strategy I'm showing you was created for my 9-year-old daughter back in 2008. Daddy, what are you doing? Can you teach me? Okay, now if you have children, you know you want to spend time with your children, hanging out, having fun, doing stuff. So my boys wanted nothing to do with the stock market. But my daughter, she did. She wanted to learn. Okay, great. So the strategy had to be simple, safe, predictable, consistent, and no way for her to lose. So, 5 rules. Never buy something you don't want to own for the rest of your life. Number 2, never sell at a loss. It defeats the purpose of the whole game. Number 3, make sure the company's consistently profitable. When I say consistently profitable, I want to look at something like this. Hold on a second. Let me show you. Just so you understand. Because when I say consistently profitable, people say, well, what about this? What about that? How about no, no, and hell no? Okay, let's go to historical data. Here we go. Okay, historical prices. Okay, right there, historical prices. Dividends only. All the dividends. Okay, take a look. This is the Qs. Okay, 1.4, 37. That's a huge jump between 1.4 and 37. That's a big jump. Next one, 3.5, 10, 2.9, 2.6, 2.3. That's going backwards. Okay, 54, 27, backwards again. 37, 26, backwards again. 53, 33, backwards again. This is inconsistent. This is not consistently profitable. Let me show you what consistency of profitability should look like. Okay, 2005, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 16, 20, 23, 28, 31, 36, 39, 42, 46, 51, 56, 62, 68, 75, 83. That's consistency of profitability every single year. Higher and higher and higher and higher and higher profitability. A dividend is a portion of the profits the company gives back to the investors. If that's what you're looking for, great. Make sure it makes sense. Rule number 3, make sure the company is consistently profitable. There's only about 300 of them that fit what I'm looking for. I only have 2 criteria. 2, when I'm looking for a company to invest in, 2 criteria. 20 years of increased profitability and weekly options. That's it. That's the only criteria I'm looking for. 2 decades, 20 years of consistent profitability and weekly options. There's about 300 of them. That's more than enough for me. Okay, everyone's different. You got to figure out what works for you. Diamato, Siri, EX Dividend, got that one. What if my call is assigned? Do I get the dividend or not? Well, you have to, in order to get the dividend, you have to own the stock on the date of record. Okay, there's 4 dates to remember. Hold on, let's go back to... Okay, dividend calendar. 4 dates to remember. Date number 1, announcement date. Hey everyone, this is James from Dividend Stock Talk. We made a whole bunch of money this year. This is how I'm going to share it with you on this date. This is how much you're going to get. The announcement date. It tells you what you made and when you're going to get it. That's the announcement. Date number 1. Date number 2 is the EX dividend date. That is the last day the stock trades before the dividend is paid out. And that, my friends, are these little green dots. Kroger, Consolidated Freight, Microsoft, ExxonMobil, Applied Materials, Raytheon, Discover, Energy Transfer, Costco, Plains All American, Morgan Stanley, Kinder Morgan. And okay, so they're there. They're actually a list of companies. Dividend Kings, Dividend Aristocrats. Do I have any mentorship? Yes, I do. Drop me your phone number. I'll give you a call. I promise I'm not going to try to sell anyone anything here. But if you want to have a conversation, seriously, I'm not going to try to sell you anything. You want to have a conversation? Send me a number. I'll give you a call. All right, let's keep on keeping on. We got 4 minutes before the show is over. BKE, never heard of it. Sorry, I understand how options work, but what about learning options platform? Oh, let me change that back. Here's the options platform. Okay, it's not that difficult. Okay, over this side, puts. Over this side, calls. Right here down the middle, okay, strike prices. What's a strike price? It's an agreed price that you want to sell it for. Okay? Any contract requires 4 things. 4 for any contract. These option contracts require 4 things. Beginning date, ending date, agreed upon price, and consideration. Money. Okay? You have to pay money. You have an agreement, a beginning date, and an ending date. Okay? Now, if the current stock price is $21.47, right? I don't want to look at the puts. Okay? Don't confuse yourself, because that can be confusing over here. Find a strategy, stick to one strategy, perfect it before you go on to something else. That's some free advice. Okay? You cannot run until you know how to walk. You cannot walk until you know how to crawl. Okay? Simple. You can't swim until you get your feet wet. All right, so if I'm buying it, here's the current price, $21.47. $21.47. The closest strike price to $21.47 is $21.50. That's it. What is it going for? It's going for 53 cents. Okay, that's it. If you want to do a covered call, fine. Right here, look. Bring cursor up here. Hit that right there. Covered call is right there. Click on that. Okay, great. The $21.50. The $21.50 is right here. Bring it over, and I want to buy it at $21.50. There it is. It fills it out for me, everything I want. Next, I figured how many do I want? I have mine set for 10 because I like to buy 1,000 shares. 1,000 shares this, 1,000 shares that, whatever. Whatever you can afford. So let's just do 100 shares. Change this to 1. Okay, there's 1. Now, I want to do a market order and not a limit order. Now, here's my reasoning. My reasoning. Okay, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling this is what I do. The reason why I do a market order as opposed to a limit order. A market order will fill instantaneously first thing tomorrow morning. Also, the option price is already worked into the equation. I'm buying stocks, I'm selling the options. So if I click on this little icon there, here's the order right here. Buy one covered call of Siri, 100, that is the weeklies. 16 May 25. That means the option that I am selling is expiration date of the 16th, which is next Friday. So whoever buys it from me, they have from the moment they pay for it until the moment it expires. They can do whatever they want. Okay? After that, the $21.50 call option against the series stock at the market to open. Here's my profit, $48 per contract. What is it costing me? All cash, it's costing me $2,100. Margin, it's costing me $1,000. Do not do margin until you understand the risks involved. Do not do anything until you paper trade for a while and you understand it. Make all your mistakes with monopoly money. The only thing you're losing is your time. But you're not really losing your time because you're learning something. And trust me on this one. If you don't do it yourself, you have to rely on someone else. And I can almost guarantee with 100% certainty, nobody has more interest in your money than you. All right, it's 11:29. I'm going to finish up with whatever questions we have left. We'll be here back again tomorrow night, so we'll do it all again then. It's me, Dan. How are you doing today, Dan? This is super easy. Yep, you've been here before, Dan. You know it. Okay, Pup Dad, what is the best way to reach out to you to chat about joining the group? Most likely right here on TikTok. Okay, now I have 2 TikTok channels. The one you're on, which is The 10-Minute Trader, which goes to my website, The 10-Minute Trader, or the other TikTok channel, Dividend Stock Talk, brought to you by The 10-Minute Trader. Okay? So, that being said, let's keep on keeping on. So you don't buy contracts, you buy the shares and sell contracts and collect the price of the contract. Absolutely, Muhammad. Muhammad, think of it this way. If 80%, that's 8 out of 10, 4 out of 5, okay? 4 out of 5 all options expire worthless. Why would I buy them? It's a valid question. If you knew ahead of time, 4 out of 5 options, 4 out of 5 expire worthless, why would you buy them? I don't buy them, I sell them. I want them to go worthless. Because the stock market is a weird place. I can sell something and then turn around later and buy it. But you keep the premium. Absolutely, Teddy. The premium is totally separate. Teddy, think of it this way. Stocks are usually traded in New York. Okay? In New York. Options are usually traded the Chicago Board of Options Exchange in Chicago. Options, Chicago. Stocks, New York. So you buy them here, you sell them here. Oh, this is so fun. I see it now. So where does the percentage come from? Muhammad, the percentage. Okay? The profit, maximum profit, 48 bucks. What did it cost? Cost of trade, including commissions and fees, $2,102. Okay, let's do some fancy little math. Glasses. Getting old sucks. Okay, clear that. Profit, 48 bucks. Okay. What did it cost me to do this trade? 2,102. Uh-oh, that's not right. 48 bucks. Divided by, can't forget that, $2,102. 2.28%. 2.28%. That's just this trade right here. Okay? I do this every single week. Okay? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we have a live trading group first thing in the morning. Okay? It is a paid service. I'm not trying to sell anyone anything. I look at my stocks twice a day. Once in the morning with my paid trading group, you know, because they understand. Okay? And second, here with you guys. Other than that, I don't look at my stocks at all. If date of record is the same day as your option expires and your shares are assigned at the end of the day, do you get the dividend? Ooh, I think that trips people up is the collateral for a CCP. What does the Chinese Communist Party have to do with this? All right. Money Island Production. Would you like to join the group? Awesome. Welcome aboard. Send me a number. I'll give you a buzz. Or you can just go right to the website. Website. Okay. Homepage. Okay, Muddy. Website right there. Live trading. That's it. Not 10-minute trade. There you go. Not 10-minute trader. See this guy right here, the computer screen? Don't. I normally don't, unless someone asks. Okay, somebody asked. Mohammed. That's per two. Mohammed, I made the mistake once, many years ago, where I put all my money onto one trade. Yeah, I lost 91,000 in like 3 or 4 days. I'll never do that again. Okay? I can't tell you what to do. I only can tell you that when I put all my money into one trade, I lost it. Okay? So, I wouldn't do it if I were you. I can't tell you what to do, but I wouldn't do it. Kevin, bro, it's a pre-recorded video. Why would you say it's a pre-recorded video? Anyway. Thank you for your time. Appreciate it. Michael, Rhode Island. Don't worry that the market might change the next morning, Andrew. Market overnight might be priced much differently than originally thought, which would change your profit potential. Absolutely. Wow, valuable information. Thank you very much for your time. You're welcome. Oh, cash secured put. Okay. CCP, Chinese Communist Party. That's what I thought. What is your game plan for tomorrow? Okay, Dominic, 90% of all my trades are already done on Monday. Tomorrow, my game plan is nothing more than just looking at where my stocks opened up at in the morning, where they are, how it relates to where did I buy, what did I sell, what are the odds and probabilities of me winning or losing come Friday afternoon. That's all I do on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We just look at our account, make sure there are no surprises. A1 Steak, what happens when you ignore the margin call? If you ignore the margin call, they will take care of it for you. Seriously, they will. Okay? That's what I mean. CSP, cost secured put. Yeah, well, you said CCP. Okay, CCP is Chinese Communist Party. CSP is a cash secured put. Yeah, okay. Now, I do them once in a while, but not that often. And yes, I do have mentorships. I don't want to pay taxes. I don't blame you, Robert. What platform do you use? Culdeep. That is Think or Swim. It's offered through Charles Schwab. Put it into a trust fund. Awesome, yes. Yep, I saw that, Teddy. All right, so Robert said trust fund. Yeah, you can put it into a trust fund. New Jersey 78, Mara. Yes, I like Mara. Steve Martinez, PANL, never heard of it. Or put it into a charity. You don't pay taxes. That works too. What platform do you use to trade? We already did that one. Is Tesla stock a good investment? I can't tell you that because I have no idea what you're looking for. The only thing I can tell you is I don't do it. It's called Good Investment Now. Oh, okay. PANL. Steve, I have no idea what that is. And I'm getting ready to leave, so I'm not doing any more stocks. I'm just answering questions. Ish mi amor. Okay. Bonjour, bonsoir. Comment ça va toujours? What? Oh, found that Wade cookbook at a thrift store. Love it. Mary June, I'm glad you like it. I love that book. It was simple. It was easy. Wow. Oh boy. Mary June. Okay. Down. Topher. Oh, is that Topper? Topper. Price earnings ratio. Is it important? It depends on what you're doing. What I'm doing is not important. Mohammed. How do you lose money if you're selling the contract right away? Seems impossible. Okay, Mohammed, most people, you included, okay, are going to lose money by hitting the wrong button at the wrong time. It's as plain and simple as that. Okay, a lot of people do it. As a matter of fact, this year, during one of my live shows, I hit the wrong button. I lost, I think it was $2,500 because I hit the wrong button. And I said to the guys in the group, I said, nobody saw that? Nobody saw me hit the wrong button? Anyway, besides the point. Live and learn. Rob Vine, you obviously borrowed more money than you could afford to pay that. Yep. Mary June, thanks. You're welcome. I own a lot of estate long-time investments. All right, cool. Everyone's different. Kevin Nice, I agree with Gary Waters. I have no idea who Gary Walters is. Different alloy metals is a good investment. I'm going to say no, because alloy metals, gold, silver, platinum, palladium, copper, whatever, they don't produce cash flow. That's what I'm looking for. Lisa M. Well, I guess I was so tired I fell asleep listening to you. You've had a rough day. I'm sorry about that, kiddo. Have a good night. I'll be back the next live. More questions. If you don't mind. Don't mind at all. That's why I'm here every night. 9 p.m. to 11:30. Which dividend stocks do you recommend to sell covered calls on with less than 20 to 15 PE ratio? Okay, Rink and Paul, you're asking the wrong questions. Okay? And I don't give advice. Like, the boys just use a lot of common sense. That makes sense. Do you have a list, Steve? Yes, I do. Dividend Kings, Dividend Aristocrats, Dividend Champions, Dividend Contenders, Warren Buffett's list. I want to learn too. Consider me that Consider me the grandson that wants to learn from you. Basha, how are you doing? Paul, he doesn't recommend, he does what he does. He does what he does. You recommend what you like and if the math works. Yep, that sounds about right. Boycott Meta. Interesting. Bill, I know it works for me. Awesome, Bill. PANL. Panel? Never heard of it. What stocks do you agree with James? Okay. Kings, Aristocrats, Champions, Contenders. Thoughts on NWN? Northwest. Oh, wait a minute. Is that NWM? NWM or NWN? What the hell is NWM? NWM. That's not even a stock, dude. Okay, Rinkin Paul. Okay. NWM. National Waste Management Holdings. It's not even a stock, dude. You might be thinking of NWN. Nancy William Nancy. That's Northwest National. And that's a no. If the strike price has been met in the middle of the week, can I close my position? Yes, you can. Okay, Steve, what the hell is PANW? PANW. Palo Alto. What the heck is that? Never heard of it. Isn't that weird? I've never heard of this. Well, let's see why I've never heard of it. PANL. Steve Martinez. 2019. This thing's not 20 years old. No. And then look. 3 cents, 2 cents, 3 cents, 5 cents, 10 cents, 10 cents, 10 cents. No, 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 no. Sorry, dude. You weren't paying attention. Olivia, good evening. Thank you. Very enlightening. I'm glad you like it. Come back again. Say goodbye to all our family friends. We'd like to thank you for kindly dropping in. Please join us next week at this locality to have a heap and hollering of our hospitality. What does a strike price been met? Okay, what in the money? Blah blah blah. Todd Vegas, Paul, Dad, Steve, BB, blah 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 blah. Elliot, the point of selling weekly is to get the best dividends. No, the point of selling weeklies is to get a cash premium. Yeah, Northwest National Holdings. Yeah, no, it's a monthly. It's not a weekly. Rankin. I did 780% an hour. Cool beans for free. Wonderful. Hey, man, are you charging people? No, I'm not. Don't. I charge 0. Cool beans. Diamond Natural charges 0, and we do a lot more percentage. Well, double jolly good. Opinion on Ben. I love Ben. Unfortunately, Ben is a monthly optionable stock, and that's no for me. Can you give the info on your website? The 10-minute trader. You're forgetting the 10 part. Okay? The THE10minutetrader.com. The 10minutetrader.com. You forgot the word 10 in there. Oh, the number 10. We've kindly, now it's time to say goodbye to all our company. But anyway, Bill, this is valuable information. Well, I like James. After all, blah, 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 blah. They will sell you off. I have no idea what that means. Okay, Steve Martinez, I looked at panel. No. Don't want to pay taxes? Use this strategy in a Roth IRA. Yeah, that could work. Charles Schwab, did they ever do the same day automatic settlements yet. I don't pay attention to that. Yeah, Rickon. Yeah, NWN. I know who they are. They're still a no. Zatran San. Good evening, sir, and how are you today? Okay. Do you make money on calls if they pass your strike price? Yes. Scott Levi, thank you. Josh, thoughts on investing based on business cycles? Oh, you mean seasonality. That's basically, yeah. Right here, we have what's called a seasonality chart. It tells me exactly how does the stock react based on the seasons or cycles. Okay? I don't know. You had the same washing machine, James. Thank you. I have calls on Kohl's, $12.50 for July. Cool beans. Cybersecurity stock. Okay, got it. Okay, thank you for your time and energy. Be in touch. Pop Dad, cool beans. SU. SU, what the heck is SU? Well, doggy. Yep. Mark's Capital, you got that one? Thank you for your teaching. You're welcome, Muddy Island. What time is in Australia are you online? I'm online right now. I have no idea what time it is in Australia at this moment. Mo Harvard, have a good night. Thank you. Josh, do you use business cycle strategies with weeklies? Yes, I do. Suncor Energy. Ooh, I like Suncor Energy. I do. All right. Other than that, it is 10 minutes to 12. You guys all have a great night. I answered every single question we have here. That's what I plan on doing every single night. I'll answer every single question. Another good job. Woohoo! Yay for me. All right, so that being said, you guys have a great night, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. Oh, Batman. And meeting, we're done there. And over here, you guys have a great night, and see you again tomorrow. Tomorrow, we'll see you tomorrow. You're always a day away. All right, you guys have a great night. See you again tomorrow. And now, the end is near, and so I face the final curtains. My friends, I'll say it clear. I'll state my case.